What's up, everyone? So last video we did the Scooby-Doo and guest stars, celebrities, media who really should have been in a Scooby-Doo and Guess Who episode, and or like the Scooby-Doo new movies back during there with like Sonny and Cher, Gary Reed. Trying to remember. I know Wednesday Addams, and honestly, that one is actually kind of interesting because you can't physically buy a disc version that has the Wednesday Addams because like a whole lawsuit in Warner Brothers or something like that. We talked about who was it? The Tom and Jerry. We talked about Tim Allen, Reba McEntire, Snoop Dogg, all those people. So if you really want to go see that episode, go back, check that. We also have a whole ton of Scooby-Doo stuff. I do a little bit of Warhammer stuff, so, go and check all that stuff out. But in this episode, we're going to talk about 6, maybe 7. We're going to talk about a couple people as well who I think should have been as, the remaining roster that I made for a Scooby-Doo and Guess Who new movie type star appearance. Actually, I do think like maybe a couple of them could have like solo movies. How Scooby-Doo and Crypto 2, how Scooby-Doo and Batman, the Brave and the Bold version. There's also I'm trying to remember, it had to have been a recent movie, but I keep thinking Blue Falcon, and that's not it because that was part of the Scoob movie. Yeah, so if I remember it, I'll mention it, but let's begin with this whole thing, and I'm going to start off with actually mentioning a honorable mention I had listed down, and that would be Danny Phantom. I think Danny Phantom from Nickelodeon would have been an amazing character to put in a Scooby-Doo episode of Guess Who. Mainly because I also like, I think it's Dan, and it's not Dan Clancy, it's I can't remember his name. I'm picturing his face right now. I hate that I can't remember his name. Burt Reynolds? No, not Burt Reynolds. Crap. My brain runs through so much, I can't even think about it. I really think Danny Phantom, Sam, and Tucker would have been amazing add-ons to a Scooby-Doo episode where they have to go fight. Maybe, like, Vlad. That would be really, really cool. If you've never seen Danny Phantom, first off, why not? Second off, go watch it. It's amazing. The first people who are media that I think should have been in a Scooby-Doo, I want to say Guess Who, not new movie, but Guess Who, is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mean, those guys are so crazy and so awesome. I love them to pieces. I even have like a little list, like plot synopsis that I think they should have done, where they have to fight what's known as the sewer serpent Spectre. It's not really a Spectre, as it's just like a giant sewer serpent mutant that is like hungry for ooze. I think that would have been really cool. You even have great team dynamic. First off, you have Donnie and April with Velma. I think there could be like a huge connection right there where Velma knows about April, April knows about Velma, and Donnie knows about Velma because he reads up on all her blog posts where she talks about all the mysteries her and the Mystery Inc. gang go through. I think Mikey would really, really love listening, at least when Donnie talks about him. I think he'd like paying attention to Scooby and Shaggy the most because they eat a lot, and so does Mikey, and they're all like free-flowing spirits, so it works so awesome. And then also, like, Leonardo and Leonardo and Fred, they would have such a good chemistry together of being leaders that I feel like Mikey would throw in a joke where it's like, they're straight up like dads. You're getting like a dad vibe right now. And Raphael, now this is going to be the funny part. I think Raphael and Daphne would be a good team up, and I have a commenter, his name is Godzilla. And if you're watching this, dude, you kind of help me out with this a little bit. Where it comes to Raphael would just be like up against a wall and he'd be talking. He goes, "So what's your role in the group?" And Daphne just like roundhouse kicks him. I think that would be pretty funny. Where he's like, "Oh, I didn't expect that. You're feisty. All right, Red. Let's go." So it's like a red thing. I think it'd be really, really cool. So yeah, so that would be like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles whole storyline. Next, I want to say, now this one, this is the reason this video took me a little bit longer, is because I had to add somebody who I completely forgot about, and I had to take away some people too. So I'm adding Johnny Depp. And I'm adding Johnny Depp because I really think that him in a Scooby-Doo episode would be super good because he's played so many different characters. He has the range of characterization and plot, and he's just, to me, he's a really good actor. I've loved Johnny Depp forever, ever since the first Pirates of the Caribbean, and then I kind of went out binge watching of all of his movies. I really want him to be in the movie, or in the episodes, movies, whatever you want to call them. And next is Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves, mainly due to the fact that like his martial arts, I have it written down that like he would be a guest at a kind of high-tech martial art expo, and Keanu Reeves would be the guest star. And what happens is that they go, like the gang goes because Daphne is having her tournament and everything, and Keanu is spectating, and basically what happens is Cyber Ninja Phantom or virus or something came and basically attacked the expo because he was trying to steal some of the high-tech equipment that they were using at the martial art tournament. And pretty much Keanu Reeves just like steps in right when the gang get cornered by the Cyber Ninja, and he wields like a black katana, because I did look it up. Keanu Reeves does know weapon martial arts, so I guarantee the dude knows how to fight with a katana. John Wick, the movies are just evident because he has his own gun fu. I bet I said gun fu, like that's weird. Yeah, I think Keanu Reeves would make a really good episode as well. Next is actually Eminem. Like I know last episode, if you haven't watched it, go back and watch it, but last episode we talked about Snoop Dogg. This episode, I really think the same thing could be in contest with Eminem, but instead of the whole Snoop Dogg with a werewolf, you know, the doggy style, the, you know, dog meet dog, all that stuff, Eminem and the riddle rapper is like a perfect one, where he's like so upset because starting this new thing up in Detroit, he's trying to have a historic underground rap venue called the Echo Chamber, where legendary MCs performed in the 90s and 2000s. He's returned to film the documentary, fix the place up, mentor some rising artists, and perform a secret new set album. And the riddle rapper haunts and is trying to ruin the venue, destroy the whole documentary that Eminem's trying to do, and then also trying to steal Eminem's whole lyrics. And that's why I think he would be pretty good. Now, next, I want to say Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson for me, because he was actually the first concert I just went to go see a couple months ago, which I really enjoyed, so I had fun with it. But I think him, because I just love the whole country stuff with Scooby-Doo, it works so well. And honestly, I looked up Scooby-Doo Ghost Cowboys, and there wasn't a whole lot, which I'm really surprised about. Like, the ones I saw were Dead Justice, Dapper Jack, and the old gunslinger. I can't remember what he's from. I will throw up a picture of him. Yeah, it's just those three, and I'm like, wow, they really haven't done much when they could do so much more with them. I mean, I get it, it's kind of like the same stereotypical image of a ghostly cowboy. It's still a really cool concept, no matter what. But yeah, I think, like, you know, a fiddler phantom who's just holding a fiddle, playing the spurs, or not playing the spurs, playing the fiddle, you know, clacking his spurs and kind of just playing an eerie melody would be really nice. And next is Alice Cooper. Now this one I really loved, and the inspiration for this was when Alice Cooper was on the Muppets TV show. If you've never seen it, look it up. It's really funny. I think there's a scene with Skip, or it's the orange Muppet. He has glasses. He's kind of like the stagehand. He walks into Alice Cooper's dressing room. He's like, 5 minutes to curtain, Mr. Cooper. And Alice is like sitting there doing his makeup, and he goes, oh, well, thanks, Skip. And he goes, are we ready, guys? And all these monster Muppets pop up, and they're like, yeah. And sorry, just thinking about it makes me laugh. And basically what happens is, like, Skip walks in and he goes, Mr. Cooper, none of these monsters are ours. And Alice goes, I know, they're mine. And Skip, like, oh, he like runs out of the room. It's so cool. If I can pull it up and post it, I will. If not, I'll probably add an edit that I couldn't. But you guys really should. And that's what, like, my whole thing with this is that Alice Cooper invites the gang to his mansion, but he's missing. They finally capture one of the monsters after, you know, separating and, you know, hunting down different monsters, only to find out, like, you know, they finally catch one. just out of pure love. And Alice Cooper suddenly appears on the second story, like over a banister, and he goes, "Oh hey gang," and they're like, "Mr. Cooper, we thought this monster captured you." And he goes, "Oh, that monster? Oh no, that's Carl. He's harmless." Shaggy and Scooby would then faint after the monster like breaks out of the net, walks up to Cooper, and gives him like a bro hug. I think that would be so funny. The gang then would like rush out, and then as the end credit scene would happen, you just saw like the fade to black and everything, and then 2 white lines of like eye slits would appear, and then a huge like white glowing smile, and you just hear Alice laughing. I think that would be a perfect ending to like a whole season of Scooby-Doo and Guess Who. If you guys like this down below, comment down below who you would add to this list, or like who you think guest stars should be, and subscribe to the channel. I'm always trying to post stuff, getting back into doing better of it, but I'm still kind of new to everything, still learning, so yeah. Alright, I'll catch you guys later. See you.